is B negative, Rh negative. According to science, because I looked it up, Rh negative blood is less common than Rh positive blood, primarily because it is a recessive trait, meaning an individual needs to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents to express the trait. Additionally, yada yada yada. In other words, Sue was B positive. Her blood type was B positive. I'm B negative. Both my daughters are Rh negative as well. Because Sue was Rh positive, there is no way she could have given birth to me. There is no fucking possible way. I am Heather because I have Rh negative blood type. Sue had Rh positive. There's no way that she could have been my mother. There's no way I could be Heather. None. Except legally. Until I figure out who I really am. So for anyone that wondered or still doubted me or thought I was crazy or whatever, look this shit up. There's no way possible for someone who is Rh negative to have a parent that's Rh positive. It's a recessive trait, meaning an individual would need to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents. Meaning, there's no way she could be my mother. Science is amazing, isn't it? Science is an amazing fucking thing. Now, Luna Moon, obviously you don't know anything about science. Google's free. In order to have Rh negative blood type, both of your parents have to be Rh negative as well. Meaning, if you have an Rh positive blood type parent, you would not be Rh negative. Therefore, there is no possible way Sue could have ever given birth to me. None. Which further goes to question, who the fuck am I? Where did I really come from? And who are my family? Because, the DNA tests were legit, right? The results were real, right? Isn't that crazy? This proves I was right. All the time. And all the lies that have been spread about me. When I said that wasn't my family. I wasn't Heather. Because I'm not. Am I right? I finally have proof. Sue couldn't have given birth to me because my blood type is B negative, which is Rh negative. In order to have Rh negative blood type, both of your parents have to have Rh negative blood type too. Sue is Rh positive. That means she could have never given birth to me. It's scientifically impossible for an Rh positive blood type, a person with Rh positive blood type, to have a child that is Rh negative. It would be impossible for her to be my mother, my biological mother. So, that's where that is. I'm sure anyone that's wondering, I'm in my bedroom tonight. Maddie is here. So, he's in the other room. I just wanted to come in here. It's kind of, I knew. But then I started questioning myself again, and then I looked this up, and there's no doubt. There's no fucking way it could have been my mother. Because she was RH positive. And I'm RH negative. And both of my parents had to be RH negative in order for me to be RH negative. So now the question remains, who am I? What's my real name? How old am I? Who's my real family and where are they? If I'm not Tanya, then who the fuck am I? You know? I also figured that, that picture with me in the glasses in 86, and then the picture with me with the longer hair with my hand on my, my chin on my hand, that had to have been taken in 87, not 86. Because my hair would not have grown that quickly. And I looked older. All I remember is I was running through strawberries. I ran up to a man in a gray suit with a gray hat and black dress shoes that had a dip in the center. I had a feather on the right side, and he gave me an orange safety sucker. That's all I know. They say the DNA isn't a match. Well, sure about that? You know? Hello. It is scientifically impossible for Sue to have given birth to me. Rh negative blood type is the rarest blood type there is. I have B negative blood type, which means I have Rh negative. In order to have Rh negative blood type, it's a trait, a recessive trait, meaning both parents have to be Rh negative as well. Sue was Rh positive. Because I think she's the real Heather. As it is, Sue may have very well faked her death. Fucking wild, isn't it? She's left her fucking rocker. I mean, you know. Yeah. Both my daughters, my youngest, same blood type as me. My daughter has O, I think she's O negative too. She's either O or O negative. I can't remember which. But my youngest has the same blood type as I do, B negative. In order to have a negative blood type, like I said, both parents have to be negative. My youngest daughter's father obviously was negative, and if my oldest daughter is O negative, then her father would have been negative as well. But her blood type is the type that can donate blood to anyone. I don't know. I don't have a relationship with my daughters. They've been lied to so much about me. And they believe them. So there's nothing I can do. You know? I wish things were different. Maybe someday they will be. But she believes that I haven't seen her. I haven't spoken to my youngest. I haven't even seen my youngest since she was like 3. She believes those people. You know, the more I find out and everything, the more I figure out, the more I realize, even though I knew them, most of my life, I guess, the complete strangers. Complete strangers. They do vile, disgusting things to children. Hopefully sometime soon I'll find out who I am. Who my family is. Well, pretty sure we know. Obviously. But, no way possible for me to be Heather. That'll be proven by science. If she had B positive blood type, I have B negative, there's no fucking way she could be my mother. So, I don't know. So now that I know that, I'm gonna work on getting my name changed. I'm also in the process of working on getting a different place, to move to. I'm working on finding another place to live. A new start, maybe somewhere over on the other side. Maybe in Manhattan. I mean, it makes more sense as I do all the makeup testing and all the stuff for a career needs to be done over there, or maybe I'll, a nicer neighborhood, nicer area. I did call my old realtor and told her what had been going on, and so she's gonna be looking. I have a friend who's also looking. The fucked up thing is these people will never pay for what they've done. It's a fucking Illuminati. What do you, how do you make the Illuminati pay? The only way that anybody is gonna pay is if my DNA matches whoever I really am. And they do it legitimate, and not be shady as fuck or corrupt. So, I don't know where to go. Like, obviously I want to change my name first, middle, and last. Just don't know what I'm going to change my last name to yet. It'll come to me. And when I do find a place, I'm hoping to find a place where I can have a dog. Because I think it would do me a lot of good to have a fur baby. You know, an emotional support with fur baby. Can't have one here. So, but at least now I know, you know, like, I know she really wasn't my mom. How can people do that shit? And why replace the real Heather? I will never understand. I'll never understand any of it. All I know for sure is there's no way possible that Sue could have been my mother. 0% chance that she could have been my mother. All because my blood type is, I have Rh negative blood type and she had Rh positive. Because if I was actually her daughter, if she had actually had me, I would have had Rh positive blood type, not negative. Which kind of, it's a good thing that I have Rh negative because it's like the rarest blood type there is. Which means both my parents have to be Rh negative. Narrows it down a lot. So, ain't science a great thing? Even without me doing a DNA test, I know she's not my mother. Because I know my blood type. And knows what hers is, or, well, is. There's no fucking way she could have been my mother. And these people let a woman who was insane take care of me. Lack of the better term, lack of for a better word. I don't know what else to say. I would always defend her to her family, to that family. I always defended Sue. I always protected her and everything. Hey, guess what? There is no possible way. There is none. No possible way I could be Heather, that I could be Sue's daughter. My blood type, I have Rh negative blood type. In order to have Rh negative blood type, both of your parents have to be Rh negative as well. B negative is my blood type. Sue was Rh positive, meaning there's no possible way she could have ever given birth to me. Rh negative is the rarest blood type there is. And in order to have Rh negative blood type, you have to inherit that from both of your parents. Meaning both of your parents have to be Rh negative. She was Rh positive. I'm Rh negative. Therefore, no humanly possible way for me to be Heather. None. And that school picture was done in 86-87 school year, so it was taken probably September of 86. There's no way that other picture was taken in December of 86 because I looked older and my hair was a lot longer. So that probably was taken in December of 87 if it was even taken in December. Which means the brothers, the middle brother wouldn't have been born in 86. The years are all messed up. I hate that shit. I just hate it when you get years mixed up because you find out the shit and but at least it confirms, you know. So for anyone who fucking wants to sit there and say I'm lying and that I'm all this, that, and the other, and that I am Heather, blood type, and that. Hold on. And I'm going to say this again for blood type. B negative is what I have. My blood type is B negative, which means I'm Rh negative. Both of your parents have to have Rh negative blood type as well. Because it's a recessive trait. Meaning both of your parents have to have Rh negative blood type. Sue was Rh positive. Meaning, there's no human possibly way. There's no way she could have been my mother. None. Science is an amazing thing, isn't it? Sue had B positive blood type. She could not have been my mother. I knew. Really not, Heather. She was B positive. She was Rh positive. She couldn't have been my mother. Because she would have had to be Rh negative. So, I am Rh negative blood type, which is B negative. In order for you to be Rh negative, and you really don't know science, then, do you? In order to have Rh negative blood type, both of your parents have to be Rh negative. Or did you not understand that? Because Rh negative is the rarest blood type there is. In order to inherit, and okay, if your parents, in order for your sister to have Rh negative, both of your parents have to be Rh negative. If your mom is Rh positive or Rh negative and your dad is Rh positive, her dad is not your dad. Then there's something missing, because no. You want to keep the foolishness? In order to be Rh negative, both your parents have to be Rh negative. Nice try. Google is free, I mean. Rh negative blood is less common than Rh positive blood, primarily because it is a recessive trait, meaning an individual needs to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents to express the trait. Which means both your parents have to be Rh negative. So you're going to argue with science, right? You want to argue with science. I am not Sue's daughter. Both your parents have to be Rh negative. Nice try, though. Science is an amazing thing. Sue was B positive. There's a little difference. Or do you not understand the difference there? In order for me to have B negative blood type, my mother had to have been negative as well. Common sense. See, here's the thing. You can try and argue with me all you want. You're not going to win the argument. I don't give a flying rat's ass because I asked. Google. It's right here. Why is RH blood so rare? I said the mother couldn't be positive. Which means, I'm not going to argue with somebody that doesn't want to believe science. I'm not. You know, here's the thing. I'm not going to argue with you. You want to believe what you want. You can believe whatever you want. I know what science. I'm going to listen to science while you believe whatever you want. I don't know what your mother's blood type is just because you say it was O positive. Because you want to try and discredit me. That's not how it works. Again, you think that I haven't been looking and Googling and shit? I'm wondering why you think it matters in this case. Because I am telling you, there is no way for that woman to have been my mother. So what does that have to do with you? And just because you were her caregiver doesn't mean you actually knew her blood type. You can believe whatever you want. Go tell your little friend to kick rocks too. People don't want to have fucking common sense and want to do this shit. I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. Same fucking shit's been going on for 2.5 fucking years. And since people don't want to listen, RH negative blood is less common than RH positive primarily because it is a recessive trait, meaning an individual needs to inherit the RH negative gene from both parents. And here's where we're going to fix this real quick because people don't want to pay attention. They want to believe the bullshit and they want to spread lies and shit. I already know. See, I'm used to this shit. When it's been going on for 2.5 years, I'm used to it. I'm used to the fakes. I'm used to the phonies. Oh, Vicky99. I mean, you have, 32 followers. That tells a lot right there. Yeah. Just love the trolls. You know what's amazing? When eventually you start figuring out who each one of the fucking trolls is that is fake as fuck. Because they want to start speaking up when you prove something to discredit you. But the rest of the time, they're fucking silent as fuck. Isn't that funny? Isn't it? All this time, those They were all silent until I brought this up. And now they speak out. Oh, blah, blah, blah. That two positive parents can have a negative. No, the fuck they can't. Like I said, I'm used to the shit. It's been going on for 2.5 fucking years. Yeah. There's no way Sue could have been my mother. For the simple fact that in order to have Rh negative blood type, both your parents have to have it too. Sue was Rh positive. Meaning, she couldn't have been my mother. Okay. It's funny, here they come. Here they come, being dumb as fuck. Not knowing a goddamn thing. They keep doing this for 2.5 years. Why are you so obsessed? You come on fake fucking accounts. See? They stay quiet until I prove a point. And then after they speak up, they get blocked, and then they come in on more fake accounts. For 2.5 years, it's been going on. Thank you. I'm not, like... Why is Rh blood so rare? Rh negative blood is less common than Rh positive blood, primarily because it's a recessive trait. Meaning an individual needs to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents to express the trait. Which means both my parents would have had to be Rh negative. Sue was Rh positive. I mean, the dumbest thing you could do is argue with this. You can't argue the fact, like, you can't. But it is funny when I prove something, that's when they speak up. Isn't it? 2.5 years. This shit's been going on. The stalking, the harassment, just everything. You can't argue with science. The Rh negative trait is the Rh negative blood type, which means B negative, A negative, negative blood type. In order to have the Rh negative blood type, which is like B negative, which is what I have, both my parents had to have Rh negative blood type. Sue was Rh positive. And then these people want to come start opening their mouths saying, oh, my mom was Rh positive, my dad was Rh negative, and I'm positive, my sister's negative. That's not how the fuck it works. Science is an amazing thing. You know. It's the rarest blood type there is Rh negative. Both my parents had to be Rh negative. Science. Isn't it a wonderful fucking thing? Oh, shit. Also, that whole family, I'm the only one that had a Rh negative. So, it's very rare. It's the rarest. Now, B negative is actually only 2% of the population. B negative is probably, I think B negative is actually the most rare. So, Rh negative blood type is just the most rare there is. Like, I'm not sure how, it just means, like, if you have Rh negative blood type, then both your parents have to be Rh negative. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because, let me read it. Rh negative blood is less common than Rh positive blood, primarily because it's a recessive trait, meaning an individual needs to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents to express the trait. Meaning, because I have Rh negative blood, which is B negative, both my parents have to be Rh negative as well. And at least one of them has to have, like, type B, probably, I think. It's a good thing. I mean, this tells me that I really am not Heather. I'm definitely not Heather. There's no way of ands or buts about it. You know, if you're gonna sit here and argue with science, you got another thing coming. I don't care. I really don't. Because what it says right here is different from what you're saying, so it's not gonna work. The three rarest blood types is AB negative, B negative, and AB positive. I have B negative. Actually, B negative was 3% of the population. Now, if you are negative, you can have a child that is positive, Rh positive. But if you are Rh positive, you cannot have a child that's Rh negative. I know what my blood type is. I gave birth to 2 daughters. I'm B negative. They know what your blood type is if you're pregnant or you've been pregnant or had a child. They know what your blood type is. It's in your file. Anytime they've ever taken your blood, they have your blood type. Right. You could be Rh negative and have children that are Rh positive. But you cannot be Rh positive and have a child that's Rh negative. You Googled it, huh? And I'm going to say what it says right here. Okay? Listen carefully. Rh negative blood is less common than Rh positive blood primarily because it is a recessive trait, meaning an individual needs to inherit the Rh negative gene from both parents to express the trait. I don't know what you don't comprehend about that. I mean, I can flip the camera and show you right here. Read. Reading, it's an amazing thing. Science, it's an amazing thing. Google, it's an amazing thing. Now, when you want to lie about things that you Google on the internet, you might want to stop and think that I have the results already pulled up. Amazing, isn't it? But I'm used to having to prove every fucking thing. I have the results right here. I just showed, and I love this. I love that we're arguing when I have the results pulled up right fucking here. You know what else I love? I love when y'all sit the fuck back and not say a fucking word, just watch and talk shit, right? Because that's what y'all like to do until I prove something, and then you want to argue with me and show your asses. Alright? When people want to be foolish, when I have the results right here, I don't give a flying fuck. You want to argue with me? I don't give a shit. Well, mommy, to most, your responses explain everything. Bye bye bye. It's amazing. I just don't give a shit anymore. You can go argue with somebody else. But I'm the only person in that family that has Rh negative blood type. You're not going to sit here and argue with me. Because whether my mod block you or I do, you're getting fucking blocked. Because I've had enough over the 2.5 years. If I'm Rh negative, and nobody else in that family is Rh negative, that means the bitch could not be my mother. Common motherfucking sense. Now you can fucking scroll on, I don't give a fuck. I don't. Sit there fucking arguing with me for fucking shit, and then I even have it fucking pulled up and shit, and still want to fucking argue with me. When I was talking about me. Period. Because they like fucking causing issues and everything else. I mean, they could be her fucking friend. I don't fucking know. This shit's been going on for 2.5 years. It's just one thing after another after another. It is what it is. You know. And they sit back and shut the fuck up until I prove something, and then they want to argue with me. To discredit me. Which is what they like to do. That don't work in this case. Just like everybody said, I was delusional and crazy about the whole Illuminati thing, even though I proved everything I said. And then lo and behold, I just duetted 2 videos today from about an Illuminati party. You should go watch them. They stay real fucking quiet till I prove something, and then they want to show their asses. My IQ's 119 on a bad day when I'm tired and been doing a lot of broccoli, okay? Theirs is probably a 80 on a good day. On their best day. There's difference. You grew up in the middle of that? I was taken by them. I don't know who I am. All I know is my memories are real. I know I grew up with the leader's family. I know I replaced the real Heather. And I know they're terrified of me. Go figure, huh? So who am I? I'm in their book. I'd love to know who I am. I know what my gut feeling tells me. I know what my gut tells me, But, law enforcement's so fucking goddamn corrupt. They didn't replace me. They replaced someone else. From my understanding, they like to keep the elite children. I survived. Did a little sacrifice. And, well, they needed to keep me under control, right? And they will replace children. They'll replace unalive children. They will also replace the live ones to protect the live ones. Yeah, the one that I replaced is actually still very much alive and still very, very obsessed with me and been stalking me for quite some time online. 20 years, more or less. Come to find out. So, something happened. I've heard different stories. Someone told me that the reason they were scared of me is because I showed my true form, flew around the fucking room, shot lightning bolts out of my fingertips. My daughter told me one time that I was an angel, God and the devil made a deal, and I ended up here, and then her biological father is the devil himself, and just, Nacho was a demon, and yeah, that was odd, but yeah. Well, the real had to She looks just like him. You know, the one that said, "I'm up right before Halloween. Oh my God, you're my long lost sister named Tanya. You were kidnapped." I don't look like that family at all. So I don't know who I am. I know what my gut tells me about who I am. Well, law enforcement's corrupt and that sort of thing. So, and if I tested to be a match for someone, if I had been a match to Tanya, it would be a lot of problems for a lot of people, and they know that. So I'm gonna do another DNA test. It's gonna take some time. And I'm not gonna tell anybody when I do it. You know, it's funny, Piglet got real quiet, didn't she? Don't think for 1 second I don't know. Just because we spend a couple hours talking on the phone does not mean I believe any fucking thing you said. And texting me? Yeah, no. You can stop now. Go tell your friends. It's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. I'm done. Don't contact me again because I will get a restraining order. Which is why your number is again blocked. Now can one of my mods please block that account? Shocking, you put it on invisible mode. So funny how you do that. So you can watch, right? You know how sad that is. I mean, why do you think I didn't text you or respond to you when you texted earlier? Yeah, supposedly wanting to know if I was okay. Nosy people, I can't stand drama, just wanting drama all the fucking time. I just don't get it. Anyone else want to play BS games? Let me know. Not gonna go well for you either. Yes, that's the person I'm in love with. The one that every time I see his face or hear his voice, I smile. It makes me happy to even want to talk about him. It makes me happy. Yeah, he is. He's extremely handsome. But I think he's extremely handsome because of his heart and his soul. That's where the true beauty lies, is the heart and soul. Because if you're ugly on the inside, then you're an ugly motherfucker. I don't care what you look like physically. Like, you know, I don't. Yep. Shit. I should have brought my stand in here and I didn't. Well. So the reason I'm in here tonight is because Maddie is here. Also, I am going to be starting to look for another place. Because I called my old realtor, and she's going to start looking for me. And I called someone else that I know, and he's going to call some friends of his that have houses here. And, yeah, because this is a no-go for me. Living in a place, in a house like this, where your landlord lives above you, not the ideal situation. So, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna start looking for another place, and hopefully find one soon. Hopefully I'll find one where I can have a fur baby, because I think it would do me some good to have a fur baby. You know, especially with everything I've been through. Now, I wanted to, I would love to move to Florida and that, but I have the CFEPS voucher, which means Section 8 is different than the CFEPS voucher. I would have to go and apply for Section 8 to be on Section 8, and that's the only way I will be able to go and take it to another state. Otherwise, it's going to be here in New York. But it is what it is. But trust and believe I would love to live in Florida. You know, there's too much negativity here. And look at everything, like all the shit that's happened since I've been here. And I know I always try and focus on the positive of everything. Sometimes it's hard though. Yeah. I want to get a fur baby so bad. I want to be able to spoil it. You know? How if Frankie and I ever got together, we'd have two fur babies. Have two Frenchies, Presley and another one. Like having two children. Because Frenchies are just like kids. Seriously. They talk back and all. But Presley is the sweetest fur baby there is. So, no, I've seen plenty of videos and pictures and stuff. She's very sweet for a baby. No, he doesn't have human children. Well, not biological. Meaning he teaches dance and things like that, so he considers those his kids, and then he has his nieces. But he would make a great father. He would definitely make a great father. He would. He would make an amazing father. Oh, little Miss Presley is a very, very spoiled baby, and she deserves it. And she is definitely a daddy's girl. A pocket beagle? I'll have to look that up. What a pocket beagle is. Yeah. I miss having a fur baby. I really do. And I know it would do me a lot of good to have one. You know? But I do find it funny that they sit back and say nothing until I prove a point. And then they want to argue with me and like it's going to discredit me. When I have it pulled up. Because I showed you. Right? And then they still want to argue. Definitely. Definitely. How I even took screenshots of like homemade recipes for dogs, like ice cream for dogs and just different types of little healthy snacks for dogs. I definitely have the ice cream one, and I can, I want to save I want to find as many like healthy snacks that can be made for fur babies, like Presley and other dogs. That way, when I do get a fur baby, I can, you know, do the healthy treats for them, and eventually I'll write down the recipe and give it to Frankie. Give it to him the next time I see him. Shit, whenever that's gonna be. But yeah. So, my landlord told me yesterday that they were going to come and take care of the tub today. And then I'm waiting. Finally, I text her, like, hey, what time? She said sorry, that the guy canceled and she has to reschedule. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on finding a place to move. Hell, I could probably even do a big studio, a good sized studio, because I don't have much furniture. You know? Something nice. Well, enjoy living. Anyways. Yeah. So, I'm in the process of looking. Like I said, I called my realtor that found me this place, and I explained to her, she asked what had been going on, because I hadn't talked to her in quite some time, like over a year. Or not over a year, but close to a year. And, I told her what had been going on this whole time with everything. With the landlord and her husband and everything else. And so, yeah, she apologized that I've had to deal with this and everything. So she's doesn't have anything right now, but she's gonna be looking for me. So there's that. Fingers crossed. Something will happen very, very soon. Something good. I still feel like I'm moving soon. Just not sure where or when yet. But soon. That's all I do know. I should. A documentary about what, or should I write, my autobiography? Is that what you mean? About my life? Yeah, I've been told so many times I should write a book. The only problem is, when you don't know the beginning, how do you write a book that you don't know how it begins? How do you write a book about your life when you don't know how it begins, where you're from, who your family really is? You just have more questions than answers. You know? Like, why has all this shit been going on for 2.5 years now? Just one thing after another, and they keep coming up with different shit to make it, worse shit than they did before. And to my ex, wouldn't be surprised watching. I don't want to. I know you're stalking me. You have been for 5 fucking years. Well, 4.5. Told you then I didn't want to get back together with you. If you were the last man and I was the last woman on earth, and it was up to us to save humanity, if I had the internal plumbing still, humanity would die off. Okay? No. Fucking psycho. You know what's interesting, though? I got on YouTube last night. Showed Maddie a little bit about who she is, the real Heather, and everything. And the first one she was on, it's back in December. She flat out said that I had reached out to her in 2018 when she was doing a blog for some fucking show on TLC. That fucking lies. That was mistake number one. You see, I was with my ex then. There's no fucking, like, I was saying I know all this stuff about her parent, her dad, and all this shit. You know what I would love? I want her to do a lie detector test. I want her to do a DNA test with that family that I grew up in. That's what I want. Because it would prove who Heather, the real Heather, actually was. Is. And people should really stop to think. Because I don't know who this bitch is. I never met her a day in my life. But why? Oh, why would she be stalking me for close to 20 years on social media and then try and put me through hell the past 2.5 years? Her and her little friends. Anybody? Can anybody answer that? So, what have we learned? What we've learned is when I prove something to be factual, the people that are silent don't say a fucking word. When they are not actual supporters, but want to try and discredit me, that's when they speak up. Is when they try to discredit me. Even after I show up proof. Because obviously common sense is not that motherfucking common. So, eventually, yes, I'm gonna write a book, obviously. But I kinda would like to know where to begin with it. And since I really don't know who I am or whatnot, only that my memories are fucking real. Be nice to know, who I am. So I can write the book. So, all I know is my parents, whoever my biological parents are both Rh negative blood type. That's what I do know. And one of them had to be either B, well, it'd be B negative or AB negative, I guess. Something like that. Well, most likely one of them had to have been B negative. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get the answer. I would love to get the answer. So, but I think I'm going to end this because I'm actually kind of tired. It's been kind of a bit of an interesting day. And I'm still trying to figure everything out. I don't know. Hopefully something very, very good is going to happen very, very soon. I'll talk to you later. Hope you all have a good night. Till next time, we'll see y'all later. Night.